Well, Travels with Dottie here, and here's my little rental. My little one-room rental here. And got a little covered porch here. And here is the inside that I have furnished. There's Dottie. We'll start on the left here. Went and bought this is a 58-inch Hisense big screen TV, 4K, ultra high definition. And believe it or not, this thing was $238. There's a little sound bar that was about $70. This is all at Walmart. It's excellent, excellent stuff. And the table it's sitting on, beautiful tablecloth, but underneath is just an old plastic table from Walmart. There's my workstation with my laptop and a little Walmart plastic table, about $30. The chair from the RV. And there's Dottie on a couch. Now, the couch is where I spent some money. This seat right here looks like a regular couch, but down there's a lever and it pops up and it's a recliner, and also where Dottie is too, but she doesn't like using the recliner. We got a little side table, $12 from Amazon. The lamp was, I think, $5 at a thrift store. And there's a little AC up there in the corner, you can see. Does an adequate job here. It's well insulated. Got a little fan from Walmart. Dottie has a little bed inside here. And this is pretty interesting. This dining table with 4 chairs, I can do this. And let's see, where do I go to do this? So here I can lift this up and I can double the size of it. Isn't that great? And if I ever have more than one person over here, which I hardly ever will, there's a little closet here where you probably can't see that well, but I've got my, well, you see some light there, my little Canon printer. So that's wirelessly online. So I've got my little printer, another little storage closet there. And that's it. So maybe we should talk about this a little bit. So I'm leasing this, and I've decided I like it, and I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it for the foreseeable future. And I am going to, I'm going to make my residence right here in New Mexico. And I thought a lot about this. You know, before I had my residence in Pahrump, Nevada, and I would go to Quartzsite in the winter, and I would go up to Eagle Nest, New Mexico in the summer. And for me, that was a lot of driving. Here, I'll be in New Mexico in every other time of year except for the winter months. So typically I would leave Quartzsite, come here, which is in southeastern New Mexico, and it'll be warm, warmer than Eagle Nest. I can't go from Quartzsite to Eagle Nest. It's at 8,000 feet, and it would be probably snowing, you know, when I left in February or March, Quartzsite. And there really is, it's very expensive up there, very expensive. So there's just no way to do that. So here, I'd come up here, spend 2 or 3 months here, go up to Eagle Nest for maybe June, July, August, and then September, October back here, and then November through maybe the end of February, November, December, January, February in Quartzsite, and then back here in March until Eagle Nest again. Or I could change up and do Cloudcroft, which is closer to Artesia than Eagle Nest is, but Eagle Nest is still about, I think it's about 300 miles from here, so it's a one-day trip. So when I've been musing about either Arizona or New Mexico, You know, I got some instant comments. Oh, you don't want to do that. There's income tax. Well, yeah, there's income tax, but you can't just look at income tax. You have to look at the whole picture. How much is income tax going to cost me? How much is car registration going to cost me? How much is insurance, car insurance and trailer insurance going to cost me? You have to look at all those factors. And when I weighed all those factors, I came out way ahead in New Mexico versus either Nevada or Arizona, even including the fact that I have to pay income tax in New Mexico. So that, like, for instance, on my truck, my car insurance was half of what it was in Nevada. Half. The trailer was, for some reason, oddly about the same. Car registration is a small fraction of what it cost in Nevada. So it more than made up for what it would cost me in income taxes. So there were expenses, you know, moving my business base from Nevada for my counseling from Nevada to New Mexico, and the taxes there are, yeah, roughly about the same, but it cost me quite a bit to register because it was so complicated. I had to hire a company to register my business in New Mexico. So that was a little unexpected pricey thing, but it's absolutely worth it. So as I said, I'm not going to, just for safety reasons, I'm not going to pinpoint where this is. It's just the Eddy County area in New Mexico, which encompasses Carlsbad and Artesia, that area. And we're not far from Roswell. We're about 2 hours away from El Paso and about a 3-hour drive away from Albuquerque. So really close to Texas. And the odd thing about it, I was looking at the map and I was looking, so where's El Paso? And you think, well, I'm in eastern New Mexico, so wouldn't El Paso, Texas be west? No. It's west of here. You got to look at how the state lines are drawn to understand that. But El Paso is quite a ways southwest of here. Try to wrap your mind around that. I'm still trying to wrap my mind around that geography, but it's absolutely true. So if you look at Carlsbad Caverns versus El Paso, or something familiar like that, you'll see what I'm talking about. It's pretty wild, but I'm pretty happy about this decision. So's Dottie, right, Dottie? So I've had to duplicate some things. As you know, I had to get another table. The table for this workstation I'm sitting at that I showed you is identical to the one in the trailer. And I don't want to move stuff in and out of the trailer. So I just, $30, I bought another one. The white one here that's sitting on the TV is one I used to take around with me and set up in camp, but hardly ever use. So I'm not going to miss that. I'll just keep that in here. I've got the table and chairs, and I didn't really talk about that, did I? I talked about how I can make it twice as big by folding it. I didn't tell you where I got it or what the story was. I got it on Amazon, and it seems solid and it looks good, but if you look real closely, like the fabric on the chairs, if you look real closely, it's stapled. There's staples on it. So this isn't really quality merchandise. Also, it came completely unassembled in a 90-pound box. You're thinking, with my hip replacement, how did I get that 90-pound box? Well, when I went to pick it up, there was a guy there that I got talking to, and he was huge. He was almost like a muscle-bound guy, and he said, "Would you like help putting that into your truck?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I would." And he just picked that thing up and put it in the truck like it was a box of feathers. So that was nice. And I was able, you know, I can open it in the truck and bring things in a piece at a time. But let me tell you, my friends, this is put together with, you know, a hex wrench and screws. It took 3 hours sitting on the floor putting that thing together. It was quite the job. But the cost, let me, you know, I hate relying on my memory because I'll say something, you guys will go out and look for it, and I'll be wrong. So let me tell you, with I like giving tax, title, license, everything. Let's see. There it is. Where's view order details? That'll do it, right? View invoice. That'll be even better. $169.21, including tax. If it only lasts a year, it'd be worth it. And it's gonna, it's, you know what, guys? These things are pretty damn solid. It's made out of metal. The frames are made out of metal. This is, you know, pressed board, I'm sure, but it's solid. It's not going anywhere. It may mark up easily, you know, because it's inexpensive, but I don't really care too much about that. So that was a really good deal for me, and it cost me 3 hours of hard labor. And really, I'm not kidding about that TV. It was $238. Hisense is the brand name at Walmart. And you know, while we're in for authenticity, let's make sure I know what I'm talking about here. And let's do the, okay. With tax was $18.20. It was $256.20. So it was regular $298, $60 off, $238 plus $18.20 in tax. It was $256.20 for that. I mean, I'd show you the picture, but what can you tell? The quality's depending on what you're watching this with, but I'm telling you, it's pretty remarkable. You know, there's Paramount Plus. It's got the Roku interface on it. It was very easy to quickly sign up for all my channels, and you'll get, when you see like your next watch or what, keep watching. Are anybody surprised that it's Star Trek, Hell on Wheels, Star Trek, Tracker, Star Trek? But it's I find it amazing, just the quality, and I haven't had a big screen TV for so long. Look at that. You can't tell, but I can. Let's turn that off. Because in the trailer, I've just had to have this little TV. Even sitting pretty close to it in the recliner, I'd have a hard time sometimes reading the closed captioning. Here, there's no problem whatsoever. So I'm pretty happy with this little place. I get it that I'm leasing a thing full time that I'm not using full time, but to me, it's worth every penny to have a verified permanent home base that really it can't be questioned. And I'd say I'll be here probably at least 6 months out of the year. So there's no way that my domicile can ever be questioned because I've got a lease and I'm here. So, but I'm free to come and go, and I'm pretty excited about it. It's a good deal. So let me think, what else is going on? I'm going to be here for a while. The tentative plan was to be up at Eagle Nest on June 1st, but I'm not going to go up there until I'm walking around and I don't feel any pain in my leg, any stiffness. I have full range of motion. I'm waiting until, and that'll be 95 to 98% recovery. And I'm thinking that's going to take another 6 weeks anyway. And 6 weeks will bring me, today's the 17th, so 6 weeks will bring me at the beginning of June. So I'm going to take the rest of April, all of May, to recover. And if I feel, as close to 100% as I can be, I'll head up to Eagle Nest in June. I'll be there June, July, August, and probably most of September, depending on the weather. Then I'll come back down here, and hopefully I'll be in Quartzsite from November 1st to February 28th is what I'm looking at. So November, December, January, February for 4 months. And then I'll come back here again. So let's see, anything else? I'm looking around, seeing if there's anything of significance. There's another table out there that I didn't stop and show you, a little side table out there that I got for like $10 at the thrift store in town. The only thing, why I didn't buy a table and chairs at the thrift store, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't do that. I know why I didn't buy a couch. You buy a used couch, you don't know where it's been, what's been spilled on it, it can be a little creepy to buy a used one. So I did want to do that. And I really struggled with, do I want to buy a quality one or not? And that was a real struggle. But I ended up buying a quality one. So I'm pretty happy with that. I did happen to notice there, and this is intruding on my thoughts here, is because I went to Amazon and I saw in my orders a duplicate order, and before it's too late I need to cancel that order. Cancel order, request cancellation. It says cancellation isn't guaranteed. I'd hate to have to mail it back, but I ordered the same thing twice by accident. So I was hoping to get an email right away that says it was canceled and I'm not getting one. It couldn't have been shipped yet. And it's not even showing pending canceling. They were already preparing it for shipment. So that's happened to me before, where I've had to just turn around, and it's a pain in the ass, but just turn around and return the thing. And because I hit buy twice, somehow by accident. Oh well. So I'm looking around the room trying to think of what else. There's solar. There are batteries and solar panels in here, and I haven't really deciphered how it's working, but I can see a charge controller up there that is flashing high, good voltages, and I just can't figure out where the juice is going, because the electricity in here now is all from the grid. So we'll have to try to figure that out at some point. And if I find out, I'll update you all on that. What else? I think that's pretty much going to be it for today. I'm looking forward to Day trips as I'm feeling better. Carlsbad Caverns. There's White Sands Missile Range, and there's a museum there. There's going to Roswell and the Roswell Museum. I've been up there, but I haven't been through the museum. And I know you can film in there because I've seen other YouTubers do that. And there are a variety of other lesser known places that are. Brantley Lake State Park is up towards Carlsbad. I've never been there. I want to check that out. It's a big lake that was, I think, was created with a dam in the 1980s. And I still have my state park sticker that's good through the end of July. And also, well, now that I'll soon be a New Mexico unable to cancel items. All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. How much is this going to cost me if I keep it? Oh, $25. Actually, I bought something and I know someone that wants the exact thing that I bought. So maybe I'll make a nice gift and, pay it forward of all the nice things that people have been doing for me since my surgery. So how about that? I'll get 2 of them and I'll give one away to a deserving person to pay forward for all the wonderful things that people have done for me, both here and for all the well wishes from all of you. I'll pay it forward. That's what I'll do. $24.95. I can do that. The last little thing that I believe is being delivered sometime soon today. Let's see. I found this thing. Those refrigerators that you used to get in dorm rooms? I got one for $126. And let's see, when is it supposed to be delivered? I'm looking at the wrong thing. Track package. Here we go. It's on the way, it says. Shipping status. It's out for delivery. So that'll go like right here to the other side of on the same table next to the. There's plenty of room for a dorm size refrigerator next to the TV here in the corner. So that's the last thing I'm going to have in here, so I don't have to be running out to the trailer to get bottled water and stuff like that. So that's the last thing. I'm not going to do anything else in here. There's like, do I want to paint the walls? No. Do I want to there's nice tile on the floor. The walls are yellow. It looks fine to me. The curtains are fine. I'm kind of fine with everything about it. So I'm good. Anyway, thanks for watching today. And I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, tomorrow is Friday, so it's a work day for me. So I'll definitely have a positive news video and probably a real short video on whatever comes to mind. And I'll see you then. Take care. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you.